Hello, in this video I'll use two different books. I use this book, Catholic book that has all the Apocrypha and the Deuteronomical books, and Giant Family King James. So, and I do not endorse these books or advocate the use of the words of these books. I'm an atheist. I use these books as a weapon against themselves. They're all evil and they're all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against these evil, despicable books. Now, I've been, over a year ago, I decided to join MeWe. MeWe's kind of boring. Not much going on. But the atheist chats, they're in the atheist groups. There's quite a few Christians in there who want to ask constant questions about what about this and what about that and what about the other thing. How come this and how come that? Why don't you read your fucking book? I had one viewer, now I lost one viewer. I'm at 0 viewers. Okay. A Christian who joins an atheist group on MeWe. I want to try to straighten you out and tell you about the Lord and stuff. And I'm going to say it like hundreds and thousands of times over. And this chat's going on for over a year or two. And it's going on thousands of messages. And I keep on saying to him, 1 Peter 3:15. Peter 3. Oops. 1 Peter 3:15. 1 Peter 3:15. Oops. But sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and always be ready to give an answer to every man that asketh you for a reason of the hope that is in you, and the meekness and fear, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, they may be ashamed and falsely accuse your good conversation in Christ. For it is better, if the will of God be so, that ye suffer for well doing than for evil doing. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone concerning your faith. Like you're going to say it's fucking true, say it's true. Then end the argument, and we don't have no live fucking chats. We don't have no big, long message chat threads about how, and what about this and what about that. Hey, Christian, you're supposed to know all of it, because always be prepared to give an answer according to your faith. That was 1 Peter 3:15 and 3:16. Isaiah 8:12 and Isaiah 8:13. How about that? Say ye not in confederacy to all of them whom this people shall say a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. Say ye not confederacy of all of them whom this people shall say a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, shall not be afraid. Because you can sanctify the Lord of hosts himself. You could do that. You'd sanctify the Lord yourself. You don't have to fear. I'd convince you atheists. I convince you atheists that you're wrong and shit. And I got the answers. About whatever fucking shit I can fucking think of. And it's going to be in Colossians 4, 5, and 6. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. You gotta walk in wisdom toward them. You're not redeemed in time. And then you change your mind. Bullshit. 4, 6 of Colossians. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. You ought to know how to answer every man. Well, what is God? What is God? You ought to know how to answer every man. What is God? How can you prove God? You ought to know how to answer every man. 4, 6 of Colossians. Ephesians. What? Motherfucking Ephesians. Where's Ephesians? Ephesians, where? It's after Galatians, right? Ephesians 5:16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. I'm redeeming the time because the days are evil. I'm redeeming your time. The days are evil. Wisdom 8:12. This goeth to the 11th verse. They will find that my opinions show deep insight. Those in power will admire me. When I am silent, they will wait for me to speak. And when I speak, they will pay attention. Even when I speak at length, they will listen with concentration. It's all set. It's all set. He says you'll listen with concentration. That's it. 8:12. When I am silent, they will wait for me to speak. We've been waiting for thousands of years now, and you haven't spoken. Even when I speak at length, they will listen with concentration. you are not discuss your beliefs. Do not discuss your beliefs with unbelievers at all. 2 John 10 and 11. 2 John 10 and 11. 2 John 10 and 11. If there come any unto you and bring not his doctrine, receive him not into your house. You didn't bring your doctrine. If anyone among you does not bring his doctrine, you are to not invite him in your house. I didn't bring no doctrine. You're not invite him in your house. Neither bid him Godspeed, for he that biddeth him Godspeed is a partaker of his evil deeds. He didn't bring his doctrine, and if you wish him Godspeed, you're a partaker of his evil doings. He didn't have his fucking book with him. You didn't have his doctrine with him. You're not to bid him Godspeed. You're not to wish him well at all. If you do, you're a partaker in his own evil deeds. One Timothy 6:20. And 21. What? O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babblings, oppositions of science, falsely so called, which some profess and have erred concerning thy faith. Avoid profane and vain babblings about the law. Avoid this, babblings. Avoid that about the foolish contentions about the law. Who gives a fuck? Profane and vain babblings in opposition of science, falsely so called. 2 Timothy 2:16. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto you more ungodliness. Babble, babble, babble. And it just leads to more ungodliness. You fucking sinner. So dump your religion.